Hi guys, what's poppin'? Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time on the channel, my name's Ehis, and hi.
1, 2, 3, let's go!
It's the dream.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells ring and jingle bells roll.
So it is currently 4:35 in the morning. Basically, I'm just up because I've kind of been overthinking as I usually do, a very great skill of mine. And then I'm also heading to the airport in the morning. So I basically just decided there's no point sleeping because if I do, I might miss my flight. Okay, I'm going to kind of struggle to really express my thoughts, but before getting into this video, obviously by the title you've probably clicked thinking, what's going on here? Now, I don't want this to come across like I'm complaining for, I don't know, 10-12 minutes, God knows how long this video will be. Yeah, I don't want it to seem like, oh, I'm complaining, I'm ungrateful for the platform I have. That's not the case. Kind of want to express how I feel. Being, the student I am, I made notes. So basically I gathered my thoughts. Maybe this journaling thing actually does work. There's a few things on my chest that I just want to get off. I just wanted to put out there that if you didn't know, the experience of being a YouTuber varies from person to person. Sociological factors such as age, race, gender also need to be taken into account. So my experience as a black male YouTuber is very different to a blonde, white, female, 16-year-old on the platform. I'm going to try and be as honest as possible. I'm really going to struggle talking in this video because I struggle when it comes to being serious. Yeah. That's the easiest way to put it. I'm a clown. One, my first, experience or problem with YouTube is that it's a very lonely job. YouTube for me started as a hobby. I just wanted to document my life so that my friends and family can kind of stay up to date with how I was doing when I moved to London for university. It's kind of then slowly transitioned to basically a part-time job, from a hobby where I was basically just dropping a video a month, maybe a video in 2 months because there was no one to hold me accountable because I didn't have an audience like that. Yeah, it's a very lonely one. When people have their work friends or their work colleagues. Yeah, I have YouTube friends, quote unquote. That culture of having workmates where you go out for food on Saturdays or after the office you guys go to the pub for a cheeky pint. It's not established because you're really just on your own in your room doing your thing, if that makes sense. I'm not saying that, oh yeah, I have so much on my plate, I'm working, because some people have a job and have their degree as well, but it's just that they then have that kind of work community where they look forward to having their work colleagues. I had a job before I left Manchester for uni, and I looked forward to my shifts because I had people there that were fun to be around and they were my work friends and we did stuff together outside work. But with YouTube you don't have that because it's literally just you and your camera. The second thing I wrote down, what did I write? There's just lack of privacy that somehow just appears out of nowhere. So for example, I'm just going to explain the story and then you might see why I felt uncomfortable. I have a lot of introverted tendencies, so I kind of do hate going out in public, but this was before YouTube, just people in general. It's a lot. It does take a lot of energy to just kind of speak. But there was one time I was on the bus and the bus was on Old Kent Road. I was on the 168 and I'll never forget this day. So I think I was going somewhere at 3 p.m, 4 p.m. And basically I was just sat minding my own business and there was this little girl, child. I was kind of just staring at me and I was just okay, I wasn't thinking anything of it. London is small, I might look like her cousin, I'm Nigerian, it's Old Kent Road, add 1 and 1. Basically, she then on a slide tried taking a picture of me, but her flash was on. So obviously I clocked, she clocked, it was awkward. She got off the bus at the next stop. I don't know if that was a stop, but she sure got off. If you're watching this, I don't have a problem with you, don't worry, it happens. I would have preferred, oh, can I take a picture? Sure, I might not look great, but we move. But it's just moments like that, for example, kind of then click where it's you don't know who's seeing you. I'm not saying I'm a wild person, for example. I think I live a pretty boring and chill life. But then with the overthinking brain I have, it then becomes a thing of, oh, I really have to watch how I act in public, because you don't know who is watching you. And you know, cancel Ehis party, I don't want y'all to throw that. So therefore, yeah, it's just one of those things that if it's in my head. And then it's just like, you know, privacy in terms of everyone really expects you to live out every single aspect of your life on camera. And unfortunately, that's not how it's going to work. For example, y'all will not meet my girlfriend. That's just how it is. Like, that's someone else's life. But I'm very guarded when it comes to like my private life. You know, some of my friends, these are their lives too. And as much as I love my friends and it's a fun relationship I want to be able to share with you guys, it's not just affecting me. The next thing I wrote, I'm just doing me. I'm just doing me. Why did I write that? Oh, makes sense. Yeah, so I wrote down I'm just doing me in terms of okay, this sounds so bad. You know, I'm just being honest with my feelings. This is how I feel. If you feel a certain type of way, should I disable the comments on this video? I'm sensitive. No, I won't. Okay, I wrote down I'm just doing me because the fundamental reason I was doing YouTube was not for an audience. I don't want to say I'm not doing this for you. Before I started YouTube, I really just enjoyed media, I guess, in terms of how like images or, you know, videos kind of like hold memories. So for me, the YouTube channel idea really just popped, not because of money, AdSense, sponsorship, clout, fame, this, that. No, I wanted a collection of memories that I wouldn't really lose. For example, like I moved a lot growing up as a child, and you know, photo albums are like a very big thing in my family. In the process of moving, sometimes we'd lose pictures, like lose a whole album. And because my dad really enjoyed photography, we always were taking pictures on family trips, church services. That's the culture established in the Lozobhie household. And I just wanted to be able to, like, one day when I sit like my kids down and just be like, you know, this is what I was doing when I was your age. And that's why I started, like, you know, documenting stuff, just show my children that, you know, this is my childhood and it's not something that would like disappear. So then the audience came and it was just like, you know, I'm just gonna kind of keep doing that. But somehow unconsciously, I then also, because I'm a people pleaser, guys, I grew up in church, I grew up in the church choir. It doesn't get more people pleasing than me. I really just then wanted to please the few subscribers I had, because it was just how this is what people want, this is what I should be producing. So that's why I started doing YouTube. I'm doing it for me. I'm not attacking you guys. This is also a moment of like self-growth and self-realization. I really don't do well with entitled demands. I just don't. Entitlement culture, but when I'm seeing either comments or direct messages, there's someone that DM'd me, I don't really enjoy when you do videos that are not rants. Block, 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 block. I'm kind of doing things for myself, and the things that I enjoy I'm putting out. If you don't enjoy those, that's fine. If you're enjoying them vicariously through me, then that's great. There's also the element of having an audience and then like providing content, but I shouldn't be selling out my interests and what I enjoy because like for example, if the cinnamon challenge came back and was blowing and that's what everyone enjoyed watching, I am not choking myself on camera for views. I am not risking my life for a couple 100,000 views because that's what those videos used to get. It's not in my nature. That's just that. The next thing I wrote was that it's a white space. YouTube is a very much white platform. If you're a white creator or you're like a white viewer, you won't necessarily relate to anything I'm about to say. Inform yourself, I guess. Being black on YouTube is you're walking on a very, very, very shaky plank, let's just put it that way. Once you bring up issues about race, you're instantly, you know, labeled, oh, you're that social justice warrior. And it's just like, you don't understand that. Like, these are my personal experiences. So when black creators are, you know, talking about their experiences, their issues, you know, the makeup girls talking about foundations and all these other makeup-y type of stuff that doesn't represent them, or, you know, saying that I don't see myself represented on the platform or in the media. Okay, I wrote down people are not nice because I was in my feelings when I was writing this, but I'll explain what I mean. YouTubers are YouTubers, influencers are influencers, Insta baddies are Insta baddies. However, all three are not celebrities. Some people carry themselves like they are, and that's my issue. This is why you don't really see me at events anymore. One, because I don't like leaving my house and dealing with people, and everything in my house is already paid for, so going out just results in money leaving my bank account. No. Yeah, people are not nice. So like when you go to events, it's really like sometimes you'll go up to somebody, but oh my god, hi, nice to meet you, what's your name? And they give you this air of, what do you mean, what's my name? You don't know me. I am so sorry. I don't. People need to understand, like, one, I don't really watch YouTube. Like, I'm a very much post my video, close the tab, go onto Netflix, and I exist there. People are really not nice. And then when I was in LA, I went to this YouTube party. I couldn't vlog, so that's why it's not in the LA vlog. It was a YouTube/TikTok party, and I really didn't like it. I really didn't. I don't know, maybe it's like my personality, but I really just did feel like everything was there was a sense of competitiveness in the room. It's a very lonely thing, but then when you try to, meet people are not nice, so where do I win? Where do I win? I'm gonna bin this channel after this video because I can't. Next thing I wrote down was the milestone chasing mentality, which I think a lot of people that do anything can kind of like really relate to. From when I was younger, I don't want to say my parents instilled it to me, but it just came from somewhere. I was always just kind of like chasing the next. Like I never appreciated what I have done, and I've never appreciated what I'm currently in. I was just looking forward to like what's next. Examples, I did my GCSEs, got really good grades. I never actually sat myself down and was just like, Ehis, you really did that. Like I was literally just on like, okay, cool, next step, AS grades, these are the grades I want so that I can get into this university, so I can study this course, so I can get this job. Like I never really even said, you know what, enjoy your summer right now. Like guys, I was studying between the summer of GCSE and A-levels. What was I studying for? Because really actually I hadn't started any content, but I was studying. Ask me why? I don't know. Because that's the type of mentality I have, which I'm really trying to unlearn. When I hit 5k subscribers, I was just like, cool, okay, plan next 5k, we need to hit 10. That's the type of mentality I have, and it's very bad. It's really bad. That's it for this video. Sorry if it was long. Sorry if you didn't enjoy it. No, actually, I'm not sorry. I need to stop apologizing. If you didn't enjoy it, that's fine. See you next video. Maybe you want to unsubscribe. Don't. That's it from me for this video. 5:15 AM. I need to be at the airport for 10:30. So I think I'm just going to stay up, drink coffee, and edit to stay awake, because if I do fall asleep, I know for sure I'm not going to make that flight. I hope this video didn't come across as me basically just complaining about YouTube, because I really have the option to stop doing it, and I don't feel like that yet. Stay blessed, don't stress, no vex. Cool kid is out.